Good afternoon, everybody. We're out here waiting for Kyle from Wide Open Throttle Marine to deliver the freshly fixed up Vector, solve some turning problems, some handling problems, a few things. Super excited for him to be showing up with the boat, and can't wait for him to get here. When he gets here, we'll shoot some shots of the boat, and we're going to go out and do some testing. All right, thanks. Have fun. All right, so kind of forgot to film the uncovering and things like that. Shot a little B-roll for you, but Kyle dropped me in. We're gonna go out and run her up down the river a little and see how she does. And yeah, you'll get to see that. Talk to you in a bit. right, so I'm sitting here with Kyle from Wide Open Throttle Marine. Just got done testing the boat. You'll see a little bit of that. Kyle, why don't you go ahead and tell us kind of what you did to sort out the problems or the handling problems that we have with this boat?
Yeah. Thanks, Bo, for trusting me with your boat here. We took the boat, we drove it so we could get a baseline of how it was handling and performing. And right off the bat, we thought a turn fin might be a good solution to some of her issues, primarily not tracking real well, sliding in the turn, porpoising in the turn.
He was a handful.
She was. Honestly, not a lot of fun to drive.
No.
Kind of one of those things that
scary to drive, to be downright honest.
Scary and just, you want to go take the boat out today? Maybe. Or not. Maybe not. Not a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So,
I've had this boat since 2019 and I've used it a handful of times because I have other options. And I usually go for those options just because as much as I want the 700 horsepower monster out here, I'd rather be in the outboard that turns and starts and goes every time.
When we picked the boat up, it had 9 hours on it, and we're returning it with 13. So, but 50% of the time just figuring it out.
I did forget they put that little hour gauge back there.
So we added a drop-through stainless turn fin. We modified it 3 or 4 times, and we're pretty happy. I think maybe the camera will show Bo's smile. I think we're pretty happy with how it takes the river. It's predictable. It's fun to drive. I sure enjoyed driving it on the last test drive. We added bigger trim tabs. We went from 12 by 12s to 12 by 18s, heavier duty with a backing plate. We're not having any problems with those. You can lower the plates all the way down, put it into a hard turn at 75, 80 miles an hour. We don't have any problem there. We made some modifications to his foot throttle and throttle cable. We made a couple other modifications to what else, Bo? We did your turn fin. We did your trim tabs.
The new ski pole.
Yep, we did.
Relocated the goofy ski pole that Nordic had put through the engine hatch. So if you were pulling a ski or something, you had a fire, there was no way of really dealing with it. You couldn't open your engine hatch without removing the ski pole, which would then be 700 degrees.
Yep, we did the ski pole. It's got the integrated stern light, so no more light pulled in the pole. We went through the deck, custom stainless steel plate, and then completely stern light in there now. So no more having to put your light pole in boxes.
All mounted to the top of the gimbal and fully.
Yeah, custom made to match the angle on the transom, custom made to match the angle on your gimbal.
Yeah.
Maybe we need to test that in our next video.
Yeah, well, we're gonna have to. I'm hoping at some point. I mean, maybe Corbin or somebody wants to get pulled. Heinbuck, I'm calling you out. I ain't pulling you, but I'll find somebody. Yeah, what else? We did the engine wiring harness that was left all sloppy by somebody else, and we won't name names. And
we cleaned up your wiring harness, put a brand new factory Merc Cruiser harness on it, built it against about your start solenoid, and added a circuit breaker wiring system instead. Cleaned it up. It's got a nice custom motor. This boat does not have a Merc Cruiser package, so that needed a little attention. Service the motor, service the drive.
This motor had come out of my previous Hallett Vector, which the motor was built by a good friend of mine, Cory Ferguson, and Dyne Engineering built it. So it's a 533 cubic inch, makes just under 700 horsepower. She's a runner.
Yeah, I mean we've had this boat at honest. I think I've had it 88 or 89 at Elsinore. I think Cory may have had it a little faster than me at times.
I think Cory said he's had this boat up to like 90 something at one point.
Yeah.
And there's a great picture, which I'll throw in the video of, we're gonna have to move, of Cory driving this thing, pulling, I think Corbin or somebody.
Yeah,
just aired out, just floating. Poor Ted.
Yeah.
Relocate. Kyle added that lovely beeper too. The idiot light. I'm the idiot. I can't think of much else.
We did have a nice custom-made tow cover fitted for this.
Oh yeah, we'll have some footage of that too. Monica over at Custom Canvas, that's the company, right?
Absolutely, she did
a gorgeous cover.
Yep, we just towed it out from Vista to Parker this morning. And I'd say the boat looked pretty perfect when we covered it.
Oh yeah, yeah. Typical bug goo on the front, but that's just towing it. So can't think of anything else. So I guess we'll sign off and just show you some B-roll. Thanks for everything, Kyle. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks, Bo.
And
Appreciate the
on to the next project, right?
Absolutely.
We never know what we're gonna do next.